the business, we thought that everybody who is here sitting in the plant or in head office in Delhi, but then addressing the needs of our customers, which are dealers, and the end customers, which are farmers, were not there. So we expand our network, first our marketing and commercial department in such a way that they are near to our customers, the first customers, and then near to the second customer. Now, having toyed that idea, we were deliberating how to do it. It was somewhere in year 2000 or 2001, and if you recall, we had a severe drought in the country, and for 3 years the drought was so heavy that the entire industry, which is of 300,000 tractors today, came down to 170,000 tractors. And in that, there were 12 organized players who were addressing this industry. So our issue was how much to spend and how to spend that so that we can leverage. Now, having implemented the ERP, we thought that when we moved the people there in the field, we came out with the concept of CBUs, commercial business units. And these commercial business units were nothing but a group of people who were from sales, service, and parts function. And they were spread around the country so that they can be there near to the customer. And practically we came out somewhere around 14 CBUs, each having a CPU. But no offices, nothing. What we did them, empowered with them the laptops where they can work from their residence and travel within 100-150 kilometers and come back with their data, with their information, and enter into the system. What we did was, we developed a web services program. Web services application which was tightly integrated with ERP. And these guys were using either a local broadband or a dial-up connection even to this extent we started using data card, which I think probably were the early starters of using Reliance data card way back in 2005 early. This small web services program was developed in such a way that it had a very limited data elements to the salespeople. Now, if you look at the salesperson profile, what he needs is what orders he has booked, what is the demand of the variants, and how he can, in an agile way, inform that these are the demands coming, these are orders booked, and the tractors need to be shipped. So this web services had only 5-6 data elements for a sales guy, a very few data elements for a service guy, and similarly the parts guy. I'll just show you one example how we handle a couple of things there. Idea was how do we extend ERP system anytime, anywhere, and it can be accessed 24/7. So one of the examples I would like to give you that we had a CPU support system which was extended to the people, all our sales people, they can access. Now one of the transactions which I would like to just take on this. The green one? Yeah. Next. We have used mobile heavily. We had these web-based services and a mobile technology and an ERP. Now how does it work? Just simple example, our entire account receivable is on mobile. The guy in the field who is there, he has a mobile. Entire application is already on the mobile. He just enters whatever payments he collects from a dealer or a stockist. Now this payment in a structured way is sent from mobile to our SMS gateway, which is already installed in our data center. And simultaneously this data gets updated in the web application so that anybody in his team can see what he has received. And this, based on certain AFSs, data goes to in our ERP system, and from there we have written a lot of automation functions which the administrator knows, receives, updates the receivables, and based on the workflow application which has been built part of the ERP system, the shipment of the tractor takes place. Now if you look at this process, and once the shipment takes place, the invoice gets generated, it gets published, and simultaneously on the mobile of the dealer and the person who has taken that order gets the shipment has taken place. Now what I have described is of activities, but believe me, the entire process, registration of order takes less than a minute and shipment takes not more than 5 minutes and information delivered that this has been invoiced. Now how it works, a very simple example, we have a small framework or SMS gateway there, we have an ERP system, we have a web services, the message comes as a green line, we have a business rule layer already defined, entire intelligence defined, what all validations are there, I am not going into detail of that. It is an application connector in this, the response layer, it gets updated the web, gets updated the ERP, the account receivable, and the message sent back to the person who has requested, send this information. He knows that whatever transaction I want to execute has been updated, acknowledged in my ERP system, acknowledged in the web system, and that's all about it. So this is just one example how we have leveraged the mobile technology, the web services, and the ERP. Nothing great, a simple idea, innovative way to deliver information to the person who needs it and capture the information in an ERP system without investing anything. And believe me, on this entire, my total cost of the infrastructure was less than 1 lakh rupees. Just less than 1 lakh rupees. And today, all my transactions which are happening from the remote location, we just pay 30 paisa for the SMS which is being received, and SMS being generated, it's not more than 10 paisa because it has an IP alias and we have a service provider, and that's carry on. So the entire transaction on an IT, capturing the data, delivering back the information and deriving results out of it, I leave it to you to guess, is hardly peanuts. I mean, there is no concept of having an ROI and investments. One more example I would like to give you. Before you get to that,
hello? Okay. Maybe you could talk a little bit about you talked about the cost, and you talked a little bit about the benefit side.
See, the benefit sides was that immediate, we know in our industry what is very important is collection of money, which whenever it is being collected, we know at least that this amount has been collected, it is there in my account receivable. So I am able to reduce my exposure in the market. I know what orders have come because tractor industry is very, very typical. We have somewhere to deal today 250 values. And if some customer in the remote location in a village is, we are saving on freight cost, we are saving on time, and by the time, the customers here are very different. If we miss that opportunity, forever we are going to miss that opportunity because the farmer will go and buy some other tractor, he will not wait for it. So the entire, we have achieved an agility, we are able to address the customer need, and we are able to deliver that product to the customer pretty fast. Another example I would like to take. Just click on this. No, the idea was we had a problem to deliver all those tractors from the plant to every corner of the country. And it was getting delayed. So what we thought that, okay, we built up a couple of depots where we can store our tractors, and from the depot to the dealer, it can be delivered either the same day or the next day. Another challenge was that when we used to ship these tractors, we never used to get orders of, let's say, 7 or 8 or 9 tractors from a dealer. It was always, the orders were being combined into one shipment, and there was happening a lot of transshipment in the way, and then getting delivered to the dealer. Once we opened the depot, we were able to economize on our fleet utilization. What we did was simple, a small web-based program. Entire billing or stock transfer was happening under ERP, and it gets published there. The moment tractors getting received in the depot, the guy there, a depot is being managed by one security guard and a small office boy assistant who has a PC, has a small connectivity.